Now another option as a dropper fly in our nymph indicator rig here, as opposed to the standard yarn glow bug type egg that we are used to, is the trout beads. And you can see we have a variety of them here, which we are now a dealer of, the trout beads and all of their accessories, lots of different color options, lots of different sizes and stuff. Here are the blood dot ones with the little red blood dot that you can see on them. It gives the bead a little bit extra color. We have just the standard ones here, iridescence in the water, very, very realistic looking in a couple different colors. And then the mottled ones, which are another very nice option. We also stock the hooks, which are a perfect match for the beads in a variety of different colors. And the pegs here to hold the eggs in place, or the beads in place. And we're going to go over here real quickly. Again, this is something that came to us from kind of an Alaskan style of fishing, but this has given us another option for an egg imitation to go along with our nymphs on our spring rigs here. So again, I basically removed the yarn egg from the back of it, so I'm going to rig this up as we normally would, starting with the big nymph here. And you're just going to take your piece of tippet going off the back of your nymph, and all of the trout beads have a very standard, very uniform hole in them. And you're simply going to thread the egg onto your piece of mono or your piece of fluorocarbon there. And what I do now is I just let it slide down and right out of my way. Next, you're going to tie on a hook. And again, this is one of the trout beads hooks here. They've got a nice wide gape to them. They hold fish very, very well. And you're going to tie that right onto the end of your fluorocarbon. After you've slid the egg on, you will make that mistake several times, I just about promise you. And we're going to do that with just a really simple improved clinch knot. You can go ahead and trim that little tag end off of there. Now the important part. So you've got your hook on here, and you've got your bead, which as of right now is just kind of free sliding in between there. And you're going to take your bead, and about an inch or so above the hook, we're going to go ahead and we're going to affix it to that piece of tippet, and we're going to use one of the trout beads pegs here. And this is a clear kind of rubbery silicone peg type thing. Some guys also like to use the toothpicks here, but these are a little bit nicer because they're a soft rubber. They really grip the tippet and really hold these eggs in place. And all you're going to do is you're going to slide that into the egg, again with your tippet running through there, and then you're going to pull it until it's snug. So that's what it's going to look like before you trim it. And you'll be able to slide the bead up and down and stuff a little bit to get it right into place where you want it. Then you're going to take a nippers or a scissors, and you're just going to come through and you're going to trim either side of that little rubber peg, just like so. And you're going to want to save the end that you trimmed, because these pegs are actually tapered on either end. So you'll be able to flip this around and get two uses out of one of these pegs, which is really, really neat. So now that's kind of the finished product right there, what you have. You've got your hook with an improved clinch knot, the bead about an inch, inch and a half above it with that peg going through it. And again, this is, you know, a fairly modular system here, so you can slide this up and down. But again, you're going to want to keep it, you know, about an inch or so away, inch and a half away from that hook, so that when the fish comes in and eats that egg, it's going to get that hook, you know, right in the mouth there. And just a very, very neat system, a very different option. There isn't that waiting period of waiting for that yarn fly to soak up some water. These sink real nice. And again, just a lot of different colors that we have in stock, a lot of different options and stuff like that, and very, very neat looking beads, and we're really excited about using these as an alternative for an egg pattern for spring steelhead. So again, that was a real quick overview of what we like to, or what I like to carry with me to the river day in and day out for spring steelhead fishing. These items that we've covered today will cover you for a variety of different options and stuff like that, whether you prefer to swing flies or fish a nymph and indicator for these spring steelhead. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.